Welcome back. We've got a special menu.
Yay! And there's good food too! Ooh, desserts! Nice! These are all Paimons! Paimon's already starting to forget.
Oh, that
Mona.
voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
Il cappello era inconfondibile.
Mona?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got...
Still, we didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out... Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound...
Yeah.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, there was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology. Nope. Although it is used...
Wow! Imagine including a boast.
I reckon so. In any case,
Poveri noi.
I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the...
Thrice as great? That's so...
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually.
Talk about excessive.
Un pochino.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about...
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontaine.
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and...
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you...
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're... There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Eh già.
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would...
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Altivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could... But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful...
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues.
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing!
Oh, well, this is something only I...
That's the greatest of astrologists for you!
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, sorry. I
Hittiva.
came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting... that's more like...
Mio Dio.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to...
Salve.
You're here! Finally!
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Furina,
Ecco
they
fatto.
seem to have gotten into...
Ci mancava.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must... Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky.
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If any...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the slide. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your
Quale
inquiries.
sarebbe il motivo, però?
You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me, your Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's...
Povero Neuvillette.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so... Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious. But who will lend us their aid to...
A chi ci possiamo rivolgere?
everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the
That's what family should do. Sit and enjoy a leisure.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me?
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in...
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand.
Huh? Didn't you say that you...
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
C'è del tenero tra i due?
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
I've also gone dive.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the...
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the ball.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm
Non lo dico
afraid
per
I can't
vantarmi,
claim that as
assolutamente no.
my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and...
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical... I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're...
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any... But I do have one more question for you. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for...
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life...
So, are we...
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor... But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Tentare di rubare i suoi segreti, ok.